I had a dream that I got emailed back by the company that spelled my name wrong in their first email. And in the dream, they emailed me back telling me they decided not to work with me. And I was pissed because I was like, how dare you email me and use my wrong name and then tell me that you're actually not going to give me free stuff. That didn't actually happen, though. That company, that was me. No, I'm talking about the company that made You Suck at Parking, which is a good game. I just wish they knew how to spell my name. Did they misspell your channel name or your real name? Well, they don't know my real name. I guess they don't know either of them, apparently, but no, they misspelled my channel name. As is tradition. They left out the N? Well, they got one of them. Alright, I'm doing this new thing where I don't worry about the tree. Because I've thrown more runs trying to get a perfect tree than I have, like, had good runs with a tree. This is going to be one short of any meaningful upgrade. Oh, I don't have speed 4 yet, so it's not short of that. Alright, that's very much not what I intended to do. I'm just going to go get those the slow way. Just going to get those the slow way. Does that put me at 8? Yes. Oh, also I forgot to send last turn. That's alright, I just wanted to make my score look more suspicious at the end when it's not a multiple of 10. What's this new game you're playing? This is Dome Keeper. Wouldn't call it new so much as I would call it the game I probably play the most of, but I do like it. Somehow I didn't take that much damage from being super late to the last fight. I guess just because it's so early in the run. That one I maybe could have left. Is it gonna beep 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 yet? It is not. Alright, it's time to buy this. Time to buy this. It's not time to buy anything else. That was it. I'm still deciding if I want to do condenser runs. I'll decide when I take the first gadget up what direction I'm going. Just based on what it offers me. Wink went from 19 to 13. Oh, from 9 to 13. That's right. Weren't you like one spot on one side or the other of me at one point? I think I'm 10th in this game mode. It's 10th, but it's actually like 7th or 8th because there's some cheated scores where like the players have even admitted that they're cheated scores, but they just haven't been removed yet. But yeah, in Fixed Cobalt, I'm 10th in quotation marks. And then in Countdown, still first by a wide margin. And I think people just don't like to play Countdown enough to beat me. Because the score's not that insane. But it's still like a 3,000 point lead. You were just after me? Yeah, that makes sense. I know that there was somebody who just passed me with a name like Me versus the Mole People, and I thought that was a funny name. Alright, there's the squid. If we bring it a water, we can uncage the squid. Which, I actually think that the caged squid is like terrible, but I love the concept. Oh. I guess I'm shredding here. Guess I'm shredding. Uncage the squid. Yep. The patch notes, I believe, refer to it as a caged squid, so... Here you go, bud. Which, by the way, I've decided to name Squidly. Given that Drillbert's name is Drillbert, I don't think the name Squidly is too absurd. Or too on the nose. What does the squid do? It just takes up resources for you. But I don't think it's fast enough to be good. Didn't know there was ranked. Yep. I mostly play ranked. There's not like tournaments, but there's a leaderboard. Also, I put an asterisk in the title because there's 3 leaderboards, and I'm first in only one of them. Game would probably be fun as co-op. Yeah, I know a few people have asked me about co-op for this, like what I would think about it. I'd definitely be down to try it if such a thing were to exist. Which friend do you make stay up top and fight the waves? I would hope it doesn't work that way. Just leave one person up there. Alright, Squidly. I'm probably going to be leaving small piles of resources behind more often and just letting Squidly deal with them. It's not super fast, but at least it's something. Like, I don't need to go get those waters right now. Good job, Squidly. Alright, there's no reason to dig like that. Well, I feel like the idea of waking up Squidly with a water is like a neat concept. I don't feel like it's good enough that it needs to have a cost associated with it. Maybe I'm crazy. Do you play with a keyboard? I play with a keyboard, yes. It's a Casio. If I considered playing with a guitar, I've thought about it, but I don't actually have one. Get a flight sim joystick. Something tells me that would not be a great way to play this game. Alright, I just kind of wasted a bunch of time. Let's drill this out and then leave it. Just a way to use up enough time that I'll be late to the fight and take damage that doesn't need to happen. Alright, timed it perfectly for that. What is it I do on the left side of the dome? That's my repellent. It charges up over time and then it delays the next wave for me. It's my main gadget instead of having a shield. Or orchard, which technically is also a main gadget that you can choose. Why the asterisk? I'm first place in one of 3 leaderboards. There's no overall ranking. Leaving those waters for my guy. This feels like a reasonably strong start. Yeah, alright. They changed how the health bar looks a bit. And it now makes me feel worse when I get hit. For some reason that was the outcome for me. Good job, Squidly. I could probably bring up that gadget soon. Read the diver monsters are back. Thank goodness. I think it makes the game a lot easier, honestly. Unless you're playing sword, in which case, honestly, you get screwed. Sword should be, like, really not good right now, I feel. But they did just nerf laser, so maybe it's good just by laser being less good. Squidly and Drillbert kind of make a good team, I guess. It's a nice thought anyway. I did shred Drillbert this game. And I don't regret it. Speaking of shred Drillbert, I think it's about time to bring up that gadget if I remember where it is. It's over here somewhere. I just was trying to get that water out, that's all it was. That's why I went that way. Alright, I'll just take teleporter. Get drill burgers. I guess drill burgers are made of iron then. Is that anything like Wahlburgers? The Mark Wahlberg themed burger restaurant? That I actually didn't make up. Alright, maybe I should have took the teleporter with me. I should get back in time to teleport up. A lot of nothing here. I might want to take that up soon in case it's probe. That being said, I don't really have time to do it right now, so just do a little more drilling and then teleport. This is gonna hurt. This is gonna not be death, but it's gonna hurt. What's the benefit of leaving 3 layers instead of 2? You save a lot of time. You can miss a little bit of stuff that way, but you won't miss much iron. So there's no cobalt to miss, because this is fixed cobalt mode. You won't miss iron unless it's at the very top, because it's always in veins of multiple blocks together. And you'll miss a little bit of water, but even then it's a pretty small percent. And you save yourself a lot of time. Okay, this is a bomb, I think. So I'm gonna dig down and then drop it. I did not expect it to go that deep. What if you're not playing fixed cobalt? So cobalt is typically more commonly found along the edge. You might want to be pretty thorough when drilling around the edge, but I would still generally play the same. This isn't going to be 24, right? I don't think I had nearly that much, but I also didn't count or pay attention. 15. Yeah, that's not 24, in my opinion. Speed decrease is a function of items carried linear. I don't think so, but also I have no idea. You think I know physics or something? Because I have a degree in physics. I need that double laser. And also I need it to not be the nerfed version, which it is. Is it in real life? Not really. No. So I'll be able to get double laser here, but probably I take a carrying upgrade first because you're not hardcore unless you live hardcore. Come on. Alright, well, that was a fun mini game. Let's just carry it the rest of the way the normal way. Lift, drillbird, or shred. I'm just gonna shred. And then hopefully that's enough to buy the laser. Now that it comes with the damage down, it's pretty imperative that I get the power upgrade pretty much immediately. But I'll worry about that when I'm dead. Whoa! Thought I had the angle for it. Glad I adjusted in time. As long as you have double laser and aren't very late to the fight, those things aren't really a problem. What is a problem is me not having probe. Loving past me for buying the 16 cost carrying upgrade right now. Hey Squidly. They should add a button to pet Squidly and Drillbert. Alright, so I'll buy the power upgrade and speed. Maybe I buy drill before speed, since I have the teleporter. Drill might be saving me more time here. Either way, I'm buying this. See where that puts me. 13. Alright, well, it's not really enough to do anything. I can send again, because honestly, you gotta get the points eventually, right? Hate that enemy. Hate it. Oh, I have repellent up. I want to find the other new caves. Please reveal them unto me. Yo! Yeah! That's kind of wild. Does that bomb respawn? I don't know. I would assume it does eventually, yes. How much does this cost? More than I have? Alright, let's just do that then. What was that cave? That cave expanded my vision. Now I can see for further distance. Where was the bomb? It was up there. Okay, so it looks like it's a one-time kind of thing then. I should just go back to my teleporter. Okay, so we got the next gadget location. Yeah, is that good? Is seeing further good? It's certainly not bad. But I don't know if it like actually offers me much value. It's the only heal I get this run, so it better count for something. Everything's so small now. It is. You know, this is where I once again hope I have Probe waiting for me on the other side over there, so I should just head over there. He said, going the opposite direction. Look, when you're going through New Jersey, keep going, so I might as well just dig to the wall over here and then head back. Okay, there we go. I love fully upgraded carrying. Helps you not get lost. That's true. I kind of need swivel. probably worth buying Wither as well. I can't get both. Gonna get Wither and move speed. I have a teleporter, so there's no reason not to do a little extra digging. Kevin Blaze. Sometimes you just have to send them a message. Cross your fingers for probe, because I've already shredded, I want to say twice. One teleporter, 2 shreds. Ooh. Yeah, probably just shred. I gotta get probe. It's kind of essential if you want your run to go anywhere, do anything. But at least I can see real far. How many of those do you get? You get 5. So I've taken 4, I've got one more chance. Didn't really need to drop those, they drop automatically if you go through. Leave some resources for Squidly. You get 4 caves and 5 gadgets, but I don't know if the introduction of more cave types means you get more total caves or not. Unsure. Okay, I can buy this and this. I'm spending a lot of resources on being stronger and not a lot of resources on digging better, which is not ideal, but also getting hit by that thing is not ideal, and I've managed to do both. Alright. It'll be fine if I just don't ever get hit by anything again. And if I die, I can just blame it on the laser nerf. Instead of like not shooting the thing that was diving at me, which is the real truth. What does the white bar mean? It shows how many activations of my in-fight ability I have. It's one white bar indicating that I have one use of Wither. You only ever have one use of Wither, though. Hey, Squidly. Okay, move speed upgrade, drill upgrade, upgrade. It's gotta be drill next. I'm not gonna let me convince myself that it's not a drill upgrade here. Past due. Ah, get off my dome. I'm not used to the change to the laser yet, clearly. And I am willing to blame it all on that. Seems like a reasonable enough scapegoat. But I'll probably have to buy another speed upgrade, another move speed upgrade for my laser to compensate for the speed nerf that it got. Usually I wouldn't buy the 20 cost speed upgrade. So if I'm having to buy that now, that is 20 more iron that I'm spending. Which is extreme. It's pretty extreme. Hopefully it doesn't kill the runs or anything. But something that does kill the run is just like getting hit a bunch of times, so. Okay, we need toxic fumes for sure. Never worth getting the teleport resources upgrade. Yeah, I have moved away from it. I don't really think it's necessary pretty much ever. But you probably like could take it. It's just more resources you're spending that you don't have to. In the typical like solid run where you don't die early, you're taking nearly all of the resources on the map and actually all the resources that you find up to the top. You don't really need the teleporter also teleporting stuff up, and it's slower at bringing things up to the top than just you. So if you're using just the teleporter to move resources, it's ineffective. And if you're doing you and the teleporter both moving resources, it's kind of unnecessary. That's my take on it anyway. Okay, please don't hurt me too much, please. Please, please. Alright, looks like an easy fight. They're just throwing one of these Jeremys at me. And then, whenever they introduce a new enemy type, the wave is easier. Seems to be anyway. Jeremy, look, I don't name them. Don't blame me. Blame their parents. It's your name? So then you understand. It's a perfectly cromulent name. I'm coming for you. Hey, I never said Jeremy is a bad name. I just said that's what those enemies are called. Because that's what their parents named them. Squidly doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot. Correct. That is correct. It does give the illusion of being helpful. Which is almost valuable. How far is this wall gonna go over? That far. Understandable. So I'm probably taking... I can get those waters. I can probably take this up and buy the drill upgrade. And ignore the laser speed upgrade that I said I was gonna buy. Because what if I just get good instead? What if I simply get good? Hi, Squidly. It's just so slow. What wave is this? 20? Okay, this is a pretty typical pace, except I've taken a lot of damage. I don't feel bad about the pace here, I just feel bad about the high amount of damage I've taken. Hey Glocko. And also the no probe is not great. I'll take you with. What does sending iron do? Increases your score multipliers. You want to send as many resources as you can get away with to get points. But it turns out it's typically a lot better to just upgrade your character a whole bunch first. What does the 10 and 11 signify? Those are my multipliers currently. So each round I get 10 times 11 points. Alright, I is really good, but it's probably not going to be super helpful for me here. So you have a separate multiplier. One of them is just for cobalt, how many cobalt you've sent, and then the second one is iron and water combined. So you gotta send some of each. Bleep, 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 bleep. Imagine being on time to the fight. Do I buy this? It feels like throwing money away because I'm so used to not having to buy it, but I feel like since they nerfed the laser, it's probably good now. Yeah, it kind of feels good. Oh, right. Toxic fumes. Took a little bit of damage there, preventable damage, by not using the toxic fumes until a bit late. So a typical multiplier to end up at by the end of the runs is like 10 by 30 or so. So I will need to send a lot of resources. And the way we want to do that is by pretty much mining out the entire map. So we want to get the 40 cost drill upgrade. Don't really need to go beyond that. I was just about to say this should be around where the gadget's located. So if you're ever looking for a gadget, you can look at your previous gadget, go to the other side, 15 blocks down. And that's an approximation, but that'll pretty much always find it. Well, okay. Let's fight then. Okay, this is around the turn when I want to be upgrading my drill. If I am going to not be worried that it's too late. Next turn is probably fine as well, but you know, each layer deeper I go, it gets harder and harder. Hey, Scarbo. Scarbo, have you seen much of the new patch? How's laser feeling? Honestly rough. I think it feels pretty good if you buy the 20 cost move speed upgrade, which I never used to do. So that's 20 extra iron that I'm spending. All right. It's time to bring up this gadget and hope it's probe. Not seen anything yet. So you missed a few new caves that, you know, I'm sure you'll see before long. Hey, Henry. But I also tried out the assessor changes, and it feels slightly faster, but it's still pretty much got all the same complaints I had before about assessor. Alright, that's the last gadget of the run. I'm gonna take the stun laser, but I'm gonna be kind of sad that I did not get probe. Probeless is pretty rough, but honestly, I'm dropping more. I should be dropping even more, but oh well. Here we are. How many gadget types are there? Is it worth taking a bad gadget to increase the odds of... Yeah, so the first question, the answer is like 7-ish, I don't remember. The second question, you can only have 2 of most of the gadgets. You can have stun laser and lift on top of that, but otherwise you can only have 2 gadgets, so I'm skipping things that take up spots mostly. But the stun laser is fine to just take and then get it out of the pool like you said. Lift also works that way. But I would probably shred lift most of the time. I just probably value the iron more in most runs. Okay, repellent is ready, and I think it's about time for me to do this, so the repellent lasts way longer. If Jeremy hits your dome, is it an insta-loss? Nope, it's just painful. The divers are significantly worse for me right now. That is if they are to hit. They're not that hard to avoid. The worst enemies, the meanest ones, are the little ape guys that jump on top of your dome. They're the hardest to deal with. Doing some drilling. So my PB in this mode is 10.6. It's 10.6 flat. I would not say this run is getting anywhere close to that, but if I simply believe in myself, then I can achieve the future. Anyway, I gotta upgrade my drill and then I gotta start sending a bunch of iron. Drill strength plus 193.60. Yes, please. I mostly just want iron at this point. I can get waters later. Pick those up later or just leave them for Squidly. But I need a vein of iron. Well, I need many veins of iron, but one at a time. Okay, actual clean combat. What did I do to my lasers? Do you mean the swivel? They automatically aim within 16 degrees. I should be taking the teleporter with me right now, but let's not worry about it. The big strongness, I just upgraded them a bunch. But, I mean, I did that a long time ago. We actually only do 80% of the damage that the lasers used to before the patch, which is a pretty significant decrease, especially before buying the last power upgrade. After buying the last power upgrade, it doesn't seem like it's the biggest deal, but it probably will be later. There's Squidly. I can still buy one more max health upgrade, which is a little bit of healing effectively. I'm just gonna send all of those later, so no need to wait for it. Okay. Should have maybe saved until I know that I don't need to heal, but if I'm taking damage on this wave, it's a bad sign. teleport up and hit the repellent as soon as it's ready. Alright, that was almost immediately. Roll, damn you. Still mostly want iron, but this is enough water that it's going to be worth grabbing. Squidly! I do love the water rolling physics, even if they don't always work out the way I want them to. This is one of those runs where I don't really want to know the pace because I know that it's not super good. But I mean, I've done worse. Are the iron veins extra large? Nope, they're normal. Iron veins in this game get larger the deeper you go. That's true in any game mode. Probably deeper than you've ever been. It's possible. Divers are back. Yeah. And right side helicopters are back. Really didn't expect this to go this far over. I'm glad I kept drilling. Alright, that's pretty close to center. I'll be able to grab those without too much trouble. Right now I just have I at the top as a panic button. It's not the most effective use of it probably, but at least it's something. I don't think I've had a cave on this floor yet. Am I too deep to be getting caves? I don't think so. No, maybe I am. I also don't know if you get more caves now or not. Because like they've introduced more. You used to get all 4 every run. I don't know if you just get 4 of the 8 now. Or if you can get all 8. Having seed be less reliable is going to be a huge pain on the normal prestige mode, where you're pretty reliant on cobalt trees to get a good score. Alright, I'll take this up and then hit the repellent. I'm already carrying all these. I don't remember leaving more stuff for Squidly, but you know what? More power to Squidly, I guess. Actually, I do kind of remember it now. I was there. There's still one new cave that I haven't seen. I guess I did get 4 caves this run already, but one of them was I. So I might need to do another run to see the last new one. I am enjoying the zoomed out experience, the zoomed out lifestyle. I'm not sure if it's really a great cave find. It's probably better than mushroom and worse than like eye. What does I do? It's a one-way teleporter. You can place it and then teleport to it, and then it goes away and there's a cooldown before you can place it again. So I just have mine sitting up here at the very top of the map because I have a normal teleporter as well that I can do for my regular teleporting. I have the eye sitting up here at the top so that if I ever press the R key, I just go straight to the top of the map in case I don't leave myself with enough time to get back. I guess I've got a bit more time. Eye is especially valuable if you don't also have teleporter. But even with both of them, it can be pretty useful. You can leave your teleporter somewhere and leave your eye next to the teleporter. And then go do whatever you want without having to drag the teleporter around. Also, Merry Christmas to all who celebrate. Thanksgiving still isn't over yet? Oh, right, my bad. For you. Well, for me, yes. I live in the good old California. Celebrate neither holiday. What about like unbirthdays? A very merry unbirthday. Yeah, I mean, it depends what celebrating is. I guess I celebrate Thanksgiving, but not in a, like, I love colonial America sort of way. Just like, I'll eat some turkey with my family. Got to talk to my brother on the phone a bit. This is where I use that panic button I was talking about. Also, the first round I've used Wither in quite some time. One of the caves just zooms out. Yeah, one of the caves just zooms you out, and honestly, I kind of like it. Alright, so there's going to be a bunch of iron all over the place since I panic buttoned out of my last turn. What does Wither do? So the base effect of Wither just removes a % of the HP of all enemies on screen. And then when you fully upgrade it, you get Toxic Fumes. What Toxic Fumes do is that, but also some damage over time. So it makes it way easier to chew through the huge enemies. Quitting to the menu and continuing, does that actually also zoom you out? Wouldn't surprise me. No, the damage over time isn't based on % of HP, but that's actually a good thing because it means that it kills low health enemies pretty easily. So you've got the just flat % of HP that's taken away from all enemies that helps you with the big ones, and then the damage over time just kills the small ones before they get the chance to do anything. And those divers that shriek at you from off screen have extremely low health. So they also die to toxic fumes a lot of the time. It's getting hard to drill again. I will not be upgrading my drill again. I'll just be complaining about how it's hard to drill. Esrabelier, thank you for the gifted sub. To N Shade. A deserved participant, recipient. Welcome to the Demon Zone, thank you. Thanks for answering all my newbie questions. Oh, no problem. If I wasn't doing that, I would have a lot less to talk about, I feel. Because all the runs are kind of the same strategy over and over. They end up being different because, you know, like, you just get different RNG. This run, for example, I never got probes, so I'm having to play without it, but I forgot the point of what I was saying. Let's assume it wasn't important. Thanks for helping out, Squidly. That's a panic button in case this doesn't get up fast enough. I think this is second to last. Nope. Panic button time. And that is how I use the eye. There's also a slowing effect that Wither has. It slows down enemies a bit. Is Squidly the canon name? No, the canon name is Caged Squid. I just assumed that we would all be okay with Squidly. Did I take damage last fight? I don't remember. Oh, I think the thing might have jumped on top of my dome for a hit or two. It's early enough that we could maybe campaign to get the official name to be Squidly. All we have to do is ask Renee to mention it in the patch notes. Do you think leaderboards should be reset with patches? Not really. Maybe with more major patches than the ones we've been having. I'm trying to figure out if I'm saying no because I don't want to lose my spot or because I believe it to be true. But runs are like really long and getting good scores is kind of like a lot of work. And by work, I mean playing video games. So I would rather it not be reset often. Change Drillver to uncaged Drill Raptor. Started playing Hellfire Tactics after you streamed it the other day. Any general advice? So aside from the like unhelpful things I usually say, like buy the good units, a lot of it is like knowing where you're going, knowing what you're looking for, and thinking it through in advance. As you just first start out, you won't know the cards very much, and that's unavoidable. But as you play more, you'll know the cards, you'll know the team comps, and eventually you will have an idea of the direction you're going in pretty early. That allows you to play greedier. My other advice is always make the fun plays. Because I do that and it hasn't prevented me from getting a good rank, so it's clearly not important to not make fun plays or something like that. And for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, Hellfire Tactics is an auto-battler game that I like to play, an auto-battler card game. If the fun play isn't the best play, that's on the devs, not you. True. Extremely true. Thoughts on digging 4 wide? So it's probably wise to dig even further apart as you get further down. Near the top, even 3 wide can miss you iron in like the very top row. But as you go further and further down, you should probably dig further apart. It's not something I have experience with because I will 100% of the time take probe if it's offered. Was that the middle? Or is this the middle? See, this is why it's good to, I don't know, keep track of where you are. Something like that. This is the middle. Didn't lose too much time. Yeah, you'll miss more water digging 4 wide. it's true, but you save yourself time finding the iron. So if your goal is to just find iron, especially further down, then you can dig further apart. I know Zimni suggested digging 4 apart and drilling a tile up every couple blocks. That way you can check corners. But it's actually really hard to see the corners of water tiles. So I don't really like that strategy. So you don't want to do any kind of cheeky mining tactic that will make your blocks catch on the ground as you drag them. So you don't want to do anything that's like dig up a block and down a block, like I'm guessing is what you mean by zipper. It's maybe the most efficient in terms of checking for materials, but you'll lose a ton of time because as you're dragging the materials back, they'll get caught in the holes. So cute how that teeny animal thing just carries 1 iron. It has a name, it's Squidly. And yes, it is cute. That's correct. So 32 iron is probably the last iron we're gonna send, which means I need to find a lot more water somewhere. And I don't have a plan for how I'm going to do that. Where is official name put in game? I have no idea. But I'm just saying Squidly should be the official name. It should be. And if I think it, it must be true, allegedly. Yeah, I can start overcharging soon, but I need to send more water. This might be one of those runs where I just say, if I want any chance for this to be a good score, I have to play super risky, and then I play super risky and I die. That might be how this goes. Yeah, we don't actually have a mushroom, so putting it next to the mushroom is not the most possible thing. I've been just using it as a panic button, leaving it in spots where if I don't have enough time, I can just bail out. Did I try out the new character? Yeah, Assessor is still very frustrating to play. It might not actually be bad. I know there's a player who's gotten like 50,000 something in normal prestige on Assessor, which makes me think the character is at least viable, but it's very frustrating for me. It's just really hard to play. I know they're making more changes though. The patch notes say that bigger changes are coming, so I'll probably learn how to play Assessor after the next round of changes. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. I like Engineer. Probably better if you had 40 hours on it. Yeah, that's probably true. Like most things. The lesser known Malcolm Gladwell novel, where he talks about the minor proficiency you gain doing something for 40 hours. A lot of people seem to really hate Malcolm Gladwell, and at this point I'm too afraid to ask why. Yeah, I find Assessor to be really frustrating to play. That's the thing. Like, if it was just like a challenge, the way that playing Sword is a challenge, I would learn it, but it's a challenge that to me is very frustrating, so I haven't really bothered. He does a very effective job of communicating science that is wrong. Ah, I see. That makes sense. Peddle self-help ideas with no evidence. So I'm guessing the reason that I had a generally positive idea of Malcolm Gladwell then is because I've only read one thing by him, and it was probably before that happened. But either way, I'm not really that invested in people's opinion of Malcolm Gladwell. I'm just curious. The 10,000 hours thing, which is garbage. It's a nice idea. Squidly's just hanging out. Does that mean all loose resources have been collected? Yes. Yes, it does. Just imagine having a drill bird helping out. Can we put helping out in some quotation marks there? Hey. I know the delay is ready. I was just struggling to drop my teleporter. Don't mind me. I do have an emote that's just Drillbert with the words shred me on it. I don't think I need to share any more about my opinion of Drillbert. Also, it looks god-awful, and I'm kind of proud of that. Someone's gotta have really bad-looking emotes on this website. There's enough emotes that are like generic anime character making generic emote face that sometimes you gotta take some risks and just make the worst thing you can come up with. You know what? I would shred Drillbert again. I've shredded Drillbert before. I'll shred Drillbert many more times. Squidly, can I just have you not grab these things? You're so much slower than me. Can I just give you a break? Can I just break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar? Swap your name into ICP songs for Malenko. That's true, the great Lolnenko. I don't know how many people are that familiar with ICP here, but if you are. Is ICP the Juggalos? Yeah, ICP is the insane clown posse whose fans are the Juggalos. That is correct. I believe they have an album called The Great Malenko. S. Rabelier, thank you for the gifted sub to the Jared Wilford. Who, you know, wants me to be sabotaged for shredding Drillbert, and honestly, it's a valid stance. It's valid. Alright, I'm just gonna let the clock run out here. Keeper lift should also buff Squidly. I don't know for sure that it doesn't, but it probably doesn't. But I agree it should for sure. Zimni says he thinks that Squidly is pretty good if you get it early. I don't know if I'm convinced. It's probably better than Mushroom. Mostly, I just don't think Mushroom is very good. Unless it's in a particularly convenient spot, and then it's really good. It's just usually you get it so far out on the wings that it's not worth bothering with. Alright, you're gonna bother me if you keep lighting up like that, so move out of the way. Like it's dynamite. Yeah, if you get a really conveniently located mushroom, it can be incredible. I suppose that's true. I mean, a seed is like the clear best. Maybe along with eye. And I did not get a seed this run. So I guess it's a good thing I didn't leave resources for it. Purchase drillberts are left down in the mines to die. That's true. You should be able to get a drillbert pet in your base, like how I have the flaming skull. Squidly's just chilling. Or glowing skull or whatever. Does the glowing skull do anything other than look badass? Nope. I did once hold on to Drillbert through the final fight so that he wouldn't be left behind. Drillbert would be nice if you don't have to wake him up all the time. I don't even really think so. His drill's just not very good. It's not that strong. And it gets stuck in crevices. Like, you can teach it to turn back when it hits a wall, but you can't teach it to get out of a hole. Hey, Zimni. We're currently fairly deep on a not super special but not particularly bad run. No! Dang, you got some hits in on me. Alright, get whiffed. If a majority of the options are underpowered, doesn't that just mean some of the options are overpowered? Yeah. I know this is going to be a weird thing to say on a run that's like not that bad that doesn't have probe, but probe is essential. Which makes every other gadget worse by comparison. What's your take on strong nuclear force? No opinion. Honestly, very, very little of my time in physics school was spent just discussing the fundamental forces. Can't teleport stuff anymore? You can, I can't. Because I don't buy that. I don't think it's worth it. You're a big fan of the strong nuclear force? I don't really know what that is. Am I allowed to say that? Are they gonna take my degree away? Makes protons stick together in atomic nuclei. Yeah, that makes sense why I wouldn't know very much about that, I guess. It's arguably chemistry. I mean, chemistry is just quantum physics at some point, and vice versa. One block has bothered me for like 20 minutes. So, oh, sorry. I got you. You could have just told me. But then you would have to be really specific about which one block. Okay. I gotta be careful here. If I buy this 34 cost upgrade, I might not have enough iron left on the map to leave. So let's see how much this comes to. It's me, Georgia, here to take your degree away. Joke's on you, Georgia. I didn't go to UGA. I just went to school in the state of Georgia. You're gonna have to know the specific school I went to. Actually, don't start naming schools. Don't just start naming all of them, because you'll get there eventually. Do you go back through the 3 wide find more blocks and tringles. So we can't find any tringles because in this game mode they don't exist. To find circles, honestly, it's not a terrible idea, but I don't know if it's something I really need to do. What I really want to do is find just a little bit more iron. What do you think about gravity? I think it's the curvature of space-time. There's a lot of things that are like kind of neat about relativity, and a lot of things that are just a pain in the ass. How are the new caves going? So Squidly has been pretty irrelevant almost the entire run. It's kind of nice to see things further away. The big bomb didn't really do a whole lot for me, and I have not gotten the fourth one and do not know what it is. Seeing farther, like it literally just zooms out. Anyway, my record's like a 10.6, right? So this is not that far off of beating my PB. This is like believably a PB run. Thanks for the Twitch ad. Oh no. I'll just answer the question again. How are the caves going? Squidly seems mostly useless, especially after the early game. Zooming out is nice, but you know, whatever. The other thing, the bomb. The bomb is cool. It didn't do that much for me, but it's maybe useful. And then I don't know what the fourth one is. Haven't gotten it yet. Scarbo, thank you for the gifted sub to Zimni. Zimni, welcome to the Demon Zone. Thank you. Yeah, this is Fixed Cobalt mode. The stream says first place in the world with an asterisk or something. I'm first in countdown mode. I'm like 10th in this mode. So I could potentially climb some spots here. I'm gonna dig a little further apart now. And I do just mean a little. Oh, just kidding. It didn't last long. You just can't let me be higher on the leaderboard. Nope, I need runs for YouTube. There's my iron. Because for some reason people watch the Dome Keeper videos on YouTube. Hi YouTube, hi. It's kind of zen content. Hey, I'm not complaining. Hold on. Is this the way up? Yes. Okay. Good thing I recognized that. Anyway, yeah, it is kind of zen content. Part of it is just that runs in this game take so long, I guess. Last cave you're missing. Useful only early on. Yeah, I got I as my fourth. Okay, so I can send the 34, which usually is the most that you ever send. I don't think there's enough iron on the map most of the time to send 36, but I don't feel like I've mined out the whole map. I don't have a tree. Yeah, I didn't get a seed this run. Have you considered just digging straight down? Wouldn't that take me forever to make any progress? Because the material gets harder and harder. I mean, I'm close to the bottom of the map. I am close to the bottom. There's Squidly. I'm not bringing this stuff up this round. I'll just go back through the porter. Two caves per layer? Oh, I only found 4 total caves. Does the game compensate for not having the tree? This game is very much a tough luck kind of game. That is a lot of Jerry's. Wither faster, please. Just so you have a tunnel to bring stuff up. Oh yeah, I was doing that most of the time. But then I got sidetracked when I decided to be bad at the game or something. I did not mean to throw those that far. Looks like beast HP was lowered. Oh, well that would make up a bit for the lowered damage on the laser. I don't have much else to do, so I'm just gonna slowly carry all this up. I maybe should have checked how much I have of each resource to see how much of this I actually need to get to the next like breakpoint for it to be useful. Because bringing up extra resources, or is it mining out resources that makes it harder? One of the two things makes the waves harder. And I always forget which it is. But I already mined them out. Mining out? Alright, well, they're already mined, so they're coming up. Even though I probably should have cut myself off after send 34. Did the eye come for the dome's HP changed? Yes, it changed. If this is enough to send 36, I will. No, it's not. So instead, I'm going to buy dissolve projectiles. You can always get dissolve projectiles. Yeah. Hold on. Did I overcharge yet? Nope. 28 multiplier is not too bad. Now I just have to not die for a few rounds. I don't have to go that much longer. For a PB, that is. I mean, this is gonna be over 36. This is a lot of iron. I found like more iron than I ever have, and without probe. Yeah, it seems like way more iron. I'm leaving that there, and then just gonna bring up however much it looks like I can. Haha, Squidly. Was there something on the patch notes that was like added 100 more iron to the map or something? I don't have enough water to be upgrading my stun laser here because I need to overcharge my shield every turn. Improved resource distribution. Alright, well, it seems to mean a lot more iron as you get a little lower. Might as well send here because if I leave now I don't get a PB anyway, so no sense in keeping enough to be able to leave this wave. I want to see statistics for Squidly. Me too. Should be able to have an army of them. Yes. I agree completely. Alright, clean wave. Clean enough anyway. Also, this wave is just gonna end with 54 points lower than it should because I didn't send Cobalt the first wave. Why is that 54 less? So on the first wave, I got 3 instead of 30. Because I sent 3 in the other categories, but I had a multiplier of 1 instead of 10 in the Cobalt. So that's a 27 difference, and then when it multiplies. No manual mining or collecting, only Drillbird and Squidly. Hey, sounds like a great idea. I'm right there with you. And you feed them treats, absolutely. Is this a PB if I leave now? Not that I'm gonna leave right now, but... I'm gonna look at the leaderboard real quick. 12.6. That's right. I've been saying 10.6. It's 12.6. That's why it seemed so easy. It makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna use up this eye because it's not in a great spot. Your strip binding, I should find it by now. Yeah, I should have found it. I feel like I was quite thorough with my strip mining, but maybe not. What is 12.6? Yeah. So 12.6 thousand is my current record. When you leave the planet, your score gets doubled. That's essentially just to make it so that you have to stop being greedy and leave before you die. So the 5183 times 2 would be my score if I left right now. So I'm trying to get that number down there over to greater than 6,300. Then if I leave, I will have a personal best. Might be way on the side. Yeah, maybe. Why would I even go back here? No! That wasn't great. I'm not dead somehow, so let's not worry about it or something. What if nothing else ever hits me again? Then I'm fine. I will simply not allow anything to ever hit me again. Heal? It's not possible to heal. There's nothing to heal with. Just survive 3 more waves? I mean, 43 is a pretty, like, standard enough score to go for. Have you tried just having some triangles? Yeah, I saved 1 to heal with, and I used it like 20 rounds ago. Just heal. Alright, I think we're hitting the actual bottom of the map now. But a lot of the time there's little nooks and crannies. And rooks and canaries. Beast HP did not change. Alright. What are my resources looking like? Looking like I didn't actually need to mine out these waters. Water is giving Squidly a task? Oh, okay. Well, in that case, there you go, Squidly. Mining them also makes the waves a little harder, but if it's gonna give Squidly something to do, it's worth it. There he is. The waves being harder looks cool. That's true. That's pretty true. Alright. This feels like a waste of time. I mean, most of the mining at this point is. It's pretty typical to get to a point where mining is actually kind of detrimental, and then you just have to wait. This is so boring. How hard is it to completely mine out every block? I don't know if anyone has done that on Prestige mode. Would be very hard. To mine out every resource is possible. Every single block's kind of crazy mode. Trellis certainly had time. Yeah, maybe true. If that was your only goal, then instead of sending iron, you would just put all of that into drill upgrades, and then it would probably be pretty doable. The enemies scale with how much you've mined. Yep. They sure do. Saw a few people attempting it. Yeah, I mean, I've dug out all blocks on maps in the other mode in Relic Hunt, but I feel like this is a YouTube video. This one is probably going on YouTube even if it dies now. It's good enough. This run has been good enough. Plus there's a bunch of new content, so I can clickbait that. Got shot a couple times, but I'm okay, I'm alive. Oh boy. Oh, you were thinking the invest all into iron? Yeah, I might actually do that. I might do a YouTube video of that. I would have to come up with a clickbait title, but I mean, if I did get every block, it could just be like, I mined every block in Dome Keeper? Question mark, exclamation point. Photo of me going. What's wrong with my title? It's really long and doesn't have capital letters in it. Well, yeah, not even the word I. So it's typed how I type, but not how I make clickbait titles. The truth is, the YouTube titles that get videos are just in the form of reclaiming top 3 in Dome Keeper. Reclaiming top 5 in Dome Keeper. Those videos get by far the most views for me. Reclaiming every mine being drilled in Dome Keeper. There, that's what I'm gonna call it. It's a terrible title, but it'll get the clicks. Something about the word reclaiming. Is it possible to reclaim top 3 in Dome Keeper? I found more iron. Seems like it's probably a bad idea to take it up. I'm going to do that, though. Well, to drill it, specifically. Reclaiming. Yeah, I mean, the thing is claiming top 5 that different from reclaiming top 5? Wave difficulty goes burr. Don't worry about it. I can send resources one more time. I really want to delay. Okay, how much do I have? 37. 6, 9, 12, 15, 19, 23, 27. So this should be enough. Wait, how much do I need? I need 68, and I have 54. I have 64, I mean. That's 2 more. 1 more. More than enough, okay. Leaving I here. Alright, it might take me a while. And also I probably won't live a while. But the idea is there. Have fun getting all this to the top. Yeah. Could be a bit difficult. I mean, I can get all of this to the top, but sounds like a job for Squidly. This is a bad idea I'm going to pretend is good. Exactly. You understand me. You know me so well. Alright. Are we sending? I might as well, right? Because if I leave here, I don't get a PB. But is there ever a chance I survive and leave without digging up the rest of those iron? Honestly, I'm not here to have good ideas. No, you always die. This is certainly not an always die situation. This is a sometimes die situation. I'm dead. I'm not dead. So, I have to survive one more wave. To PB, I have to survive one more wave. Do you get more points for leaving safely? You double your score. So it's quite a few points. Are there potential upgrades that might help? Yeah, I could upgrade the stun laser. How are you still getting water from over there? I didn't leave that much. I left like 5. So let's see how much this takes me to. Because I'm down to upgrade the stun laser a little bit. It's not going to be that significant. Alright, I need more iron if I want to upgrade the stun laser. There is a little more. Or maybe a lot more. Could have probably figured out like exactly how much of that I needed, but YOLO. Come on now. Hey, Squidly. It means there's still water over there. Doesn't really need to do damage. I might use this painfully long delay to go look and see how much water is left over here. Because Drillbird clearly is finding water somewhere. This went way further down than I was expecting for some reason. Alright, I gotta go back. Actually, I'll just use this. PB, exclamation mark dome stats. This is where you take a deep breath, because this wave is the one that decides if this is a PB. Rooting for you, but also not sad if you die. The thing is, this barely improves my score at all. Would I actually jump you in the standings? No, I'm dead. Alright, that was a close one. I mean, maybe not that last fight, but that run was close too. Oh yeah, I would have hopped you and me versus the mole people. Dang.